Shalom, Koloyim La, Yahweh Bashem Yal Shai. Also, the bonds of GMS, and honor to you, Akim. Peace and bless your brothers and sisters that listen to Church of the Firstborn, the hopeful elect, Koloyim La, Yahweh Bashem Yal Shai. And, I'm going to do this video today to the power of Yahweh Bashem Yal Shai on Jerusalem, man. Which we know Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Probably have to do a 2-3 part lesson, going into the gemstones and how that's all talking about us, man. The New Jerusalem, we know it's the elect, right? According to Revelation, the 21st chapter, the scripture says he measured the city was 144 cubits, and it was the measurement of a man, right? They have Yahweh Shai's bride, his elect, the 144, man. Okay? The virgins, those that are chaste, holy, man. All right? That's what Jerusalem really is. It's a people before it's a place. Now you have these Amalekites over there in the land, which you have vocab alone, who swear on their behalf that they're the true people of the Most High, when they don't fulfill no prophecies, man. You have nothing but war and chaos, and they have to make ceasefire deals with the Arabs temporarily, right? And being invaded by Hamas and constant war with Gaza and sharing the West Bank. You guys don't fulfill prophecy, man. Right? And I'm going to get some precepts today to the power of Yahweh Bashem Yal Shai, man. Right? Because Yahweh Shai said that Jerusalem had to be trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right? And that place is going to be destroyed, man, by thermonuclear destruction. That's what the scripture says. The fall of them is going to be heard in the Red Sea. That land of Israel is going to go up in flames simultaneously with America, man. But it's going to be restored. It's going to be beautified. Man. Okay? But starting with his people first. Let me get 2nd Ezra, the 10th chapter, though. Because this was a beautiful chapter. This was Ezra's the angel Uriel told him to go to a particular field, and he met a woman. All right? And she was weeping for her son who died in a wedding chamber. Right, just briefly paraphrasing that chapter. I don't want to read through the whole thing, but this was pretty much Zion personified, who that woman was, right? Because Ezra scolded has said that you a foolish woman. Okay, look at what we going through as a nation, and you weeping for your one dead son. Let me get that 2nd Ezra, the 10th chapter, right? But that woman was symbolic for Zion. Let me read this: 2nd Ezra, chapter 10, verse 18. This is him talking to the woman. Go thy way into the city to thine husband. And she said unto me, that I will not do. I will not go into the city, but here will I die. So I proceeded to speak further unto her and said, do not so, but be counseled by me. For how many are the adversities of Zion? Be comforted in regard of the sorrow of Jerusalem, the holy city. For thou seest that our sanctuary is laid waste, our altar broken down, our temple destroyed. Who did that? The Babylonians, right? Jeremiah 37, Jeremiah 52. Our psaltery is laid on the ground. Our song is put to silence. Our rejoicing is at an end. The light of our candlestick are put out. The ark of the covenant is spoiled, which it was hidden during the time of Jeremiah. You can read that in the book of 2nd Maccabees, the 2nd chapter. Our holy things are defiled, and the name that is called upon us is almost profane. The nations, they clap their hand. They mock us. Right? Look at the state of our people right now, man. Mosai said, you're a strange vine, man. Right? Our people as a whole is not known as the holy city, but the remnant is. Okay? Let's read on. It says, our children are put to shame. Our priests are burnt. Our Levites are going into captivity. You can read all this in the book of Lamentations as well. Our virgins are defiled and our wives ravished. That's what the Babylonians did when they came in. Our righteous men carried away, right? Just like you read about Daniel, Ezekiel. Okay, they were carried away captive, man. Right? Abshag, Meshach, and all our righteous men, they were carried away captive. All right. It says, our little ones destroyed, our young men are brought into bondage, and our strong men are become weak. And which is the greatest of all, the seal of Zion, which has now lost her honor, our status as a whole, because we're supposed to be the sons of the power, right? Comparable to fine gold and precious stones, Book of Lamentations. For she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us. And therefore shake off thy great heaviness and put away the multitude of thy sorrows, that the mighty may be merciful unto thee again, and the highest shall give thee rest and ease from thy labor. And it says, and it came to pass while I was talking with her, behold, her face upon a sudden shine exceedingly, and her countenance glistered. So I was afraid of her and mused what it might be. And behold, suddenly she made a great cry, very fearful, that the earth shook at the noise of the woman. This is a hell of a vision, man. So he's talking to her, all of a sudden she's screaming, right? And he said it felt like the earth shook, right? So this is all, he's in a trance, he's seen a vision. And he said, and I looked, and behold, the woman appeared unto me no more, but there was a city builded, and a large place showed itself from the foundation. Then was I afraid, and cried with a loud voice, and said, where is Uriel the angel who came unto me at first? For hath caused me to fall into many trances, and my end is turned into corruption, and my prayer to rebuke. He was in a state of confusion. He was weak. He didn't know what was going on. Okay. So what did the angel Uriel tell him? Get to these other precepts. It says, and he spake unto me, stand up manfully, and I will advise thee. Then I said, speak on, my Lord, and me. Only forsake me not, lest I die frustrated my hope. For I have seen that I knew not, and hear what I do not know. Let me jump on down. He said, and this is all of us. He answered me and then said, hear me, and I will shall inform thee and tell thee. Wherefore thou art afraid, for the highest will reveal many secret things unto thee. And he hath seen thy way is right, for thou sorrowest continually for thy people, and makest great lamentation for Zion, man. All right. Verse 44, thou sawest a woman mourning, and thou beganest to comfort her. But now seest that the likeness of the woman no more, but there appeared unto thee a city builded. And whereas she told thee of the death of her son, this is the solution. This woman whom thou sawest is Zion, Israel. And where she said unto thee, even whom thou seest as a city builded, right? Which we know, like we said before, Jerusalem, Israel, just like Israel is a people before it's a place, man. All right. So is the land of Jerusalem, man. I mean, so is the capital, Jerusalem. It's a people before it's a place. All right. Let me jump on down. It goes into the 30 years. Other translations say, 3,000, but let me jump on down. It says, verse 49, behold, thou sawest her likeness, and because she mourned for her son, thou beganest to comfort her, and these things which shall chance, these be open unto thee. For now the Most High seeth our grief unfeignedly, and suffer thy whole heart for her. So he showed thee the brightness of her glory, and the comeliness of her beauty, man. Right? So, like we said, the Most High, which that woman represents Israel. So we were in a state of mourning, and now the Most High is about to build us back up, man. And also that land. Okay? So he said, listen, I told you to go to the field. All right? And then what happened? I knew the Most High was going to show you these secret things. Verse 53, therefore I commanded thee to go into the field where no foundation of any building was. From the place wherein the highest beginneth to show his city, there can no man's building be able to stand. Right? Because this is heavenly, man. This is spiritual. All right. And therefore fear not, let thine heart be affrighted, but go thy way and see the beauty and greatness of the building, as much as thine eyes be able to see. Go in the building and go inside and see the beauty of it, man. Like we said, that woman represents Israel. All right. Then thou shalt hear as much as thine ears may comprehend. Okay. So he's saying in verse 59, and so shall the highest show thee the visions of the high things, which the Most High would do unto them that dwell upon the earth in the last days. Man, that's the point I want to get out. Right. So he saw that woman, like we said, that woman personified Zion or Israel. Okay. Yes, we went into captivity. And yes, all those things Ezra said happened to us, man. But the Most High is going to build us back up again. All right. That's why, and that woman, as we know, like I said, got to do another video on that, is a bride being prepared for her husband, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. Okay. And he told Ezra, listen, I'm going to show you, go inside that building and see the beauty of it, man. And then I'm going to show you the things what's going to happen to them that dwell in the latter time, which is the time period we in right now. Right. So that land going into you Amalekites, that land ain't beautiful right now, man. You guys ain't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You got nothing but damn iniquity over there. Right. They got gay parades over there. You guys ain't, you got nothing but war, turmoil. The heathen is not coming up to Jerusalem to learn the law. Let me get some Isaiah, the 52nd chapter. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. It says, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments. So this is talking about the people. The garments is going into the truth, man. Right? That's why King David said, clothe me with righteousness and zeal and the seal of salvation. That's the beautiful garments. Is the truth, man. O Jerusalem, the holy city, from henceforth they shall no more come unto thee, the uncircumcised and the unclean. Who are the uncircumcised and the unclean? That's going into the heathen. That's going into the nations. They're no longer going to come up against us anymore. We're no longer going to go into captivity. And even going into the land when we touch back down, none of these nations are going to invade us anymore, man. So the scripture told us to awake. And that's what we say when we go out there on these highways and hedges, man. Put on thy beautiful garments. Come back into the truth, man. Come back to your first love. All right. This is who we are. Right now, people are they're arraigned in strange apparel. Christianity, Islam, voting. Right. That's strange apparel, man. That's iniquity. That's a false covering, man. So it's now time to put on those beautiful garments, man. Like we're going to before, man, Jerusalem is going to be restored, man. Right? But that land has to be destroyed. Let me get Revelation, the 20th chapter. Revelation chapter 20. And this is happening right now. Was about to. Okay. Let me get Revelation chapter 20. Let me get Ezekiel 34. Right. So when we go in there, it's supposed to be the city of peace, man. Right? Yahweh Shai is the Prince of Peace. And the Mashiach himself is supposed to bring the Jews back into that land. Oh, man. Let's get Revelation, the 20th chapter. Revelation chapter 20. Went into this briefly before. It goes from 1 to 3. Then it goes from 7 to 12. Then 4 to 6. Okay. That bottomless pit is Europe. The devil, Satan, that's Aishar, that's you Edomites today. That angel that loosed you is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and you went about deceiving the world. And now you're deceiving these nations to take part in the war of Armageddon. Revelation, the 16th chapter. There's a mountain of troops that's gathering right now. So let's read Revelation chapter 20, verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Right? This is not talking about the actual Satan himself. Okay, it's talking about Aishar. It's talking about a people. All right, Satan is right there in the spiritual realm with Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Read the book of Job, man. Okay, we know that the scriptures deals with parables and metaphors and similitudes. All right, over exaggerated speech. Scripture deals with all those things, man. It's written that way for a reason. It says, but like the Lord told Ezra, the secret things was revealed unto him. The tree of life was revealed unto him, and men like him, the elect. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations, which are the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. The mountain of troops. This goes with Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Ezekiel the 39th chapter goes into all the different nations that's going to come up against the land of unwalled villages, Babylon, and the land of Israel. We're reading that right now. And they went up to the breadth of the earth. What's the breadth of the earth? That's the land of Israel, man. And compassed the camp of the saints, not the saints themselves, but the camp or the land and the beloved city, Jerusalem. And fire came down from the most high of heaven and devoured them. So they're going to destroy that land of Israel. But they also going to get hit with missiles, man. All right? And only the 6th part of their army going to be left. When you read the book of Ezekiel, I think it's the 39th chapter. That's all going into what? The day of the Lord, man. Right? But then, when you read Revelation, the 21st chapter, after we come back down, Revelation 21:1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. New rulership. Okay? Because the earth abided forever. All right? The earth is going to be renewed. It's going to be refreshed. There's going to be new rulership, man. The first heaven is going to pass away. Aishah's rulership, man. And it says the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, that's the elect, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. I'm going to do another whole video on this to probably Al-Bashim al-Shah, man. Okay? And that's going into what? The elect coming down, man. The 144,000. Okay? And then, of course, you have the 1/3 as well. Okay? That's the bride being adorned for who? Yahweh Shai. That's the New Jerusalem. And right now we're citizens of what? The heavenly Jerusalem. Right? That's what scripture says. Here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right, let me get Hebrews 12:22 actually. To prove that, man. So Jerusalem. And oh yes, man, I should have brought that out, man. Right? Because even when you go into that land today, that little strip of land, that's not how we gonna, man, our land is gonna be vast, man. That's the promise that Yahweh Bashim Shah gave unto Abraham. And it was fulfilled during the time of Solomon. Oh man, let me get like I said, I have to do another 2 or 3 part lesson on this, man, going into the different gemstones. And she says no sun or no moon, which, you know, that's all spiritual as well, because we're going to shine, man. But let me get that. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 22. It says, but you are come unto Mount Zion, unto the city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, and an innumerable company of angels. That's what this truth represent, right? You're part of the heavenly Jerusalem. That's why I said in the book of Philippians, the 3rd chapter, that your conversation, your citizenship is in heaven, man. So this truth ultimately represents where that heavenly Jerusalem, right? That goes to Revelation, the 21st chapter. Scripture also calls what? The church of the firstborn, man. Man. Like I said, going to this lesson here, let me get that Genesis 15:18. All right. Most High is going to adorn his people and then the land. See? That the scripture calls that land the breadth of the earth. Okay, that was the best land, man, that he gave to his nation. Right now, that land is cursed. Everything has to be imported into that land. Right, let me get Genesis chapter 15. So the Lord speaking to our forefather Abraham. He says, he made a covenant with Abraham, right? It says, let me read. This was Abraham. He had a vision, right? When he had a deep sleep came upon him. Let me read Genesis chapter 15. Let me jump straight to the point. 17. It shall come to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp passed between those pieces, the sacrifice. So the Lord is, this was when you read verse 10, you read, and he took them, all these divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another, but the birds he divided not, right? Because he had got the goat and he got the pigeon, and the Most High had passed through. So the Most High is making his spirit pass through. So the Most High is making a covenant with Abraham. And what did he say? In the same day, Yahweh Shemel Shah made a covenant with Abraham, saying unto thy seed, have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river Euphrates. So not that small piece of land that them rats got over there today. All right. He said from the river Euphrates all the way to the great river of Egypt. And that was fulfilled during the time of Solomon. Let me get 1 Kings chapter. That's when we had a taste of the kingdom. We get that. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 21. It says, and Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the Philistines, unto the border of Egypt. And they brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life, man. Right? In verse 25, and Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes, dwelt safely. So that ain't happening right now. If you guys fulfill prophecy, right? In 1947, you guys ain't dwelling safely. You got war on every side. War with Iran, war with Hezbollah, war with Hamas, war with the Houthis. Nothing but war and turmoil and chaos in that land, man. But back then, during the time of Solomon, and he reigned parts of Syria, parts of Lebanon, the land of Edom, we had that territory going all the way to the river of Egypt. All right, it says, and Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes, they were united, dwelt safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. Okay? And what happened? All these nations were tributaries. See, and they said that they brought presents to him all the days of his life. All right, and he made the Canaanites. Let me get that 2 Chronicles actually, because when we go back into the land, the strangers are going to build up Jerusalem, going to build up the land of Israel. That scripture says our gates are not going to be closed day or night. Right, and these are the things that we're looking forward to, man. And the scripture says it's going to be decked with stones. I want to do another video on that to the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. All right, this is what we're looking forward to, man. And no more heathens are going to be going in and out of our land, invading our land and our territory. All right, let me get Ezekiel 34. Right, let me get Ezekiel 34. I was going to get Solomon 2 Chronicles, but let me Ezekiel 34, 28. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 28. This is the kingdom. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 22. Therefore will I save my flock, the remnant, the elect, and they shall no more be a prey for who? These nations, man. And I will judge between cattle and cattle, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. And he shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. So, King David coming back. We also know Yahushua, the spiritual king of Israel, he's going to be in the land, man. Right? Just like back then, you had Solomon and David, man. Right? It's going to be like that all over again. Solomon being Yahushua. It says, and I, Yahweh Shemel Shah, will be their power, and my servant David a prince among them. And I, Yahweh Shemel Shah, have spoken it. And I will make a covenant of peace and will cause the evil beast to cease out of the land. That's going into these nations, man. When you go to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, he described all the 4 major empires as beasts. All right. So they no longer going to be going in and out of our land, coming up against us. Like I read in the book of Isaiah, the 51st chapter, the uncircumcised and the unclean. Right? Solomon compared these nations, Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, to beasts because they weren't given the law. Right? Verse 26, and I will make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause a shower to come down in the season, and that shall be showers of blessings. Like we read in the you go into the law, a land that floweth with milk and honey. Right? Cattle, bees. It's going to yield a lot of fruit. Jerusalem going to be decked with stones. It's going to be beautiful, man. Okay? And all the heathen going to envy us, man. Call him la Yahweh Shemel Shah. Yahweh Shemel Shah said what? the place of his feet is going to be glorious. All right. That's the land of Israel. That's Isaiah, the 60th chapter. And over every brother going to have what? You're going to have a chariot right over you, man. Oh, man. Let me get that actually. Isaiah, the 4th chapter. Okay. So call him La Yahweh Bashim Yal Shah, man. That's just beautiful, man. Let me get that. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 4. It says, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 3. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy. Even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem, you're going to be called holy, man. Right? The trees of righteousness. Because we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments in us, man. And when Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Right? He's going to purge us. We're going to pass through the fire. Right? That's what Yahweh Shai said. Tell you that all Israel going to pass through the fire. Right? We're passing through the fire right now. We're being purged right now. And we're closer to Yahweh Bashim Shah until we've actually changed. Right? Like King David said, arise with your likeness. And the rest of our people, they literally going to be purged in the missiles, man. All right. It says, and Yahweh Bashim Shah will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon all her assemblies a cloud and a smoke by day and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon the glory shall be a defense. You see? So, Yahweh Bashim Shah, I tell you that what? Let me read that again. Upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and her assemblies, a cloud, a chariot, all right, is going to be over you, man. See, this is what we got to look forward to, man. Right? When we go back into the land, man. That's beautiful, man. See? But like we said, that place first has to be destroyed, man. Has to be destroyed, man. So the Spirit of the Lord is always going to be with us, man. Always. And the heathen going to come up and they going to have to learn from us. I could go on all day. Like I said, I'm going to probably do a 2 and a 3-part lesson. Let me get Micah, the 4th chapter. All right. There's so much precepts just kind of all over the place. We're just flowing through the Spirit. Okay. Let me read Psalms 48. It says, great is Yahweh Bashim Shah, greatly to be praised, in the city of our power, in the mountain of his holiness. Beautiful for situation, a joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion. That's the best land, man. That's the joy of the whole earth. We just read that's the breath of the earth. Right? On the sides, right, like we said, right now, that place is cursed. On the sides of the north, the city of the great king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. The Most High is known in her palaces for a refuge. For lo, the kings were assembled. They passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled. They were troubled and hasted away. And like we said, all this is going to take place too in the war of Armageddon. All right, the war of Armageddon, which we're in that time right now. Fear took hold upon them, and pain as of a woman in travail. Okay, thou breakest the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. As we have heard, so we have seen in the city of Yahweh Bashim Shah of hosts, in the city of our power, the Most High will establish it forever, man, ever. Forever and ever and ever. All right, the kingdom is not going to be left to other people. Right, and we're going to be kings and priests, and the nations have to come up to us to learn the law, man. Right, like I said, let me get Micah, the 4th chapter. Right, it says, Micah 4:1. In the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahweh Bashim Shah shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, look, like you said, what is the mountain of the Yahweh Bashim Shah? Let me get Daniel, the 9th chapter, and I'm going to jump back. Precept upon precept. Let me get Daniel chapter 9, verse, I think it's 17. Daniel 9:16. O Lord, according to thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let thine anger and thy fear be turned away from thy city Jerusalem, thy holy mountain. So Jerusalem, right? That's going to be the capital. That's the center of the world. And all nations, let me jump back to Micah, the 4th chapter, going to have to come where we at, man. The headquarters, right? Let me jump back to Micah, the 4th chapter. And it says it's going to be on top of all the mountains, all the governments of the world, man. Right? We going to be on top, man. It says, Micah 4:1, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the house of the power of Jacob in the land of Jerusalem. And he will teach us his ways, because we're going to be kings and priests, and we will walk in his path. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from Jerusalem, man. See? Call him Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So you Amalekites, you don't fit any of that, man. You imposters, man. That's why that land going to be destroyed. But it's going to be built back up when we go back in it. Right? And like I said, I'm going to do more video lessons on this. So probably Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Like I said, man, call him Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right? And hopefully this lesson was edifying. With that, I'd like to say shalom.